I've never before seen this. This is the bay in here of Biloxi. You know, we're at the Gulf of Mexico, but we got barrier islands out there. I've never seen whitecaps here before. So this is definitely a new thing. And time to get the big camera out, do some more filming. So we're out here, super zoomed in. Woo-wee! Hey, you can look up my nose. Anything up there? Lisa was filming me just a minute ago. She was actually, checking out. I think she was filming me while I was actually out there filming myself. So that was a lot of fun. It sure is humid out here. It's like 80-some degrees with this rain and the wind blowing. I feel like I'm gonna need a shower when I get home. So, in fact, I probably will take a shower tonight because I may not have power for the next few days, and that's really going to suck if you can't take a shower and stuff. So, especially out here, if you're outside at all, you just get so sweaty and you just stink. So, anyway, so we're off to the next destination, and there's a lot of people playing out here on the beach. I'm surprised the beach is not closed, but there's a lot of people out here that are playing in the water and everything, and having a good old time. To me, I think it was dangerous. I'd be worried about logs coming in, and there's all these signs out there that talk about different things, and they're all underwater. And so, get up against one of those. I think that you could hurt yourself on that. So, anyway, off to our next destination. So we're driving along here, and the water is up. I'm not sure how many feet up it is, but this right here, they say it's going to be at least 9 to 12 feet, might be as much as 16. So this all here is going to be underwater. And the ground floors of these places here, so like this building over here, you'll see that it's all just parking structure there. And there's no cars in there. I don't disagree with not having any cars in there. That would just be a bad deal. But yeah, all this is going to be underwater with the storm. So everybody, they got all these places boarded up and everything. Like, see the Super 8, they don't even look like they're open. Even their front doors are boarded up. This gas station, they might get underwater. I don't know. They're kind of raised up a bit, so they might be okay. But all of these places here, they're going to have some water problems. And, I'll show you one of the other places down here that some of the new places after Katrina. In fact, actually, we're coming up to one here. Shaggy's here, I believe, was built after Katrina. You can see it's on stilts. And now it's not really high stilts. There's some other places down here that are much, much higher. But that's up on stilts, and for very good reason, because, even this, the road's closed ahead. So, see, now this place is up on stilts. This was wiped out during Katrina, and now, looks like we can't continue going down the road here. Looks like we're gonna have to take a detour. So I want to get over to the Ocean Springs Bridge, and over there we're gonna, we must have flooding down here. Yeah, we've got flooding down here already, and that's the issue. So, okay, well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get down there or not, but we should be able to get to the Ocean Springs Bridge somehow. So, we are in Biloxi, Mississippi. And the railroad tracks here are kind of the dividing line down the center of the peninsula here. And this is really considered the highest ground on, boy, did you see that guy? He was all beat up. He probably had too much to drink last night and fell off his bike. So this is the dividing line, and this is the only, in Katrina, the railroad tracks for the most part were not underwater, but all of these houses on both sides, you can see that there's a place up here that is significantly lower than the railroad tracks, and this is just everything out here flooded. Everything here had wind damage and rain damage, and in fact, Some of my friends down here have told me about how they stayed. They were down in this neighborhood right here, and they stayed, and they now have like post-traumatic stress disorder from it and everything, because all of this was underwater, and it was all, he's out there with his green machine or something like that. All of this was underwater, and he said that one of the things that happened is that they had a gas station or something of that sort. I don't remember exactly what it was, that was a block away or so, and they had all of these tanks or refrigerators or something like that that were floating. And they all ended up in his yard pushing up against his house. He had like 40 or 50 of them. And his house was one of the few. His house was destroyed in Katrina, but it was one of the few that actually stayed on its foundation. Most of the other houses came off of their foundations and, floated down the street. So people here, I would say, are quite a bit gun-shy about hurricanes, especially Katrina was 7 years ago. And Hurricane Isaac here hits on the anniversary of Katrina. I mean, I don't remember the exact date of Katrina, but that's what I've been hearing people say, is that, oh my, the hurricane's hitting on the anniversary of Katrina. And yes, you can go, buddy. You have the right of way. You don't have a stop sign. It's all of us that do. So, oh, he's an outer-towner. He's from Colorado. So, he doesn't know what the heck he's doing with the hurricane. Well, neither do I. But I'm having some fun with it. So, schools are out. And look at that. Is that boarding up of the windows of some sort? That's really interesting looking. I'm not sure what that stuff is over the windows, but it's kind of interesting looking. Some sort of stuff to protect it. All of these houses down here had damage or were wiped out. You can see this one here that got somebody on the bottom floor, but I'm not sure why. All of this out here used to be houses. They're all wiped out. They were completely wiped out, and almost no one has wanted to rebuild out here. And so it's, really because, well, they're just going to get wiped out again. And, military's here. And let's see here. Well, let's go down. Where should we go where we can find something exciting? Here's another place that was rebuilt. Notice that there's nothing on the ground floor. And there are some other places up here that did survive that had water flowing through them. These places, there's a little bit of an incline here, but not much. And all these houses up here, they're all boarded up and stuff. They got shutters. Well, now that's what I would do. Ooh, look at the portable wind station. Yeah, I wonder who set that up. So, oh, and look at that. It's all flooded out here. What do you think? I mean, they just planted some, they just planted some palm trees out here. Do you think they're going to last the storm? Goodness. Well, let's pull in here and take a look. So, you see all the way out there where that little sign is? I mean, it's way out there. That sign is usually before the water. That is not usually a spot that is in the water. So, plenty of extra water depth here. Now, it is, there's some steps down here. We do have a few feet here before getting all the way down there, but the road just down the way here, it's closed because it was underwater, and we haven't even hit any of the major part of this storm yet. But you can see here that the water's already been coming all the way up here to the wall. Quite exciting. Okay, looks like there's not going to be any hard rocking tonight. At least not at the Hard Rock Hotel. They kind of have water coming in down here. I suspect that the road is going to be closed very soon here. So, I wonder if there's any guests staying at the hotel while during the storm. And by order of Mississippi Gambling Commission, Biloxi will be closed at 10 a.m. today. Everyone's asked to leave the premises. So 10 a.m. they're forced to close. Okay, well, I was wondering about that. You know, they're right here, and they would be in the building for days. So, you know, if the water is really high, it would be a few days that they'd be in here. So anyway, let's see here. Let's drive on down the road a little bit and see what we see. See if there's anything interesting. I can hold a camera and drive. Really, I can. Okay, let's go. This is probably all salt water too. Where do you think that water's coming from? Oh, it must be coming up from the sewer, because I don't see any source there. Oh my goodness. They are underwater back there. Oh my. Let's go in and look. I'm such a risk taker. Now there is a building that is basically built for the next hurricane. Oh my, look at that. So let's get out and take a look. So they are underwater down there. Let's see it all the way down there, but the bottom floor of the parking garage is underwater. And this building right here, I don't know how tall this is. It's like 40 feet tall, but they're prepared for this hurricane. And I'm sure that they're not open right now, though. You know, because just in just a little while, nobody's going to be able to park here. Everybody's going to have to move. That is it for today on our adventuring out, because I have to head back to work now. So as long as I have internet and power, I gotta work. So, and that's in just another hour and a half. Darn work, getting fun. But tonight's supposed to be hairy, and we'll see how that goes. So, take you all later. We just got told that there's flooding already around our house. Ha! We're on our way home. I hope we can get back to the house. Really? Okay, it was no problem. We just made it through the back entrance to our place, but we do expect it to flood. We do expect that we're going to be trapped in here for a couple days. So, you know, we hurried back home anyway. And we're just about home. So, that was fun.